Hello there and welcome back to my channel. This is What If Deku Had the Omnitrix Part 2. Now when we last left off, Deku just saved a dark-skinned, white-haired girl. Wait, I need to check her name. Wait, sorry, I'm so sorry. Which her name was Rumi. I can't say her last name. And she was thankful that that was the day she moved out. Now, what Deku was 10 or 15. Let's say Deku was 15 when that happened. Now we skip 3 years. Uh, Deku now is now the last year of high school. The teacher came in, said he said, "I will give you your paper to write what you're gonna do in the future." And then he threw them up in the air and said, "I know all of you want to become heroes," and they all cheered. But this time Bakugou didn't stand up because he knew he wasn't the best. Because he has literally the son of the number one hero in the same class. So how is he going to claim that he's the best? And then the teacher started saying which schools students are going to, and then he arrived to Katsuki Bakugou and Izuku Midoriya, and then he said, "Well, we have two students planning to go to UA." Then the class said, "Two? I thought only Midoriya wanted to go to UA." And then the teacher said, "Izuku Midoriya and Katsuki Bakugou." And then the class looked at Bakugou and said, I started whispering, said, "He might go in. He might get in. He does have a chance." And then another person said, "He does have a strong quirk." But Bakugou stayed silent because, like I said, he doesn't think he's the best. Now, the bell rang. Everyone was gathering their stuff to go out, but this time, let's say that All Might, who should give, because he doesn't want to be selfish and give one for all to one of his own, what you call it, sons or daughter, because like I said, he has two daughters and one son. The oldest one is named Tatsumaki. The middle, like the second oldest is Fubuki, and Izuku is the youngest. Now, when Deku was walking out of school, he was close to his house, and then he heard an explosion. Then he ran to the explosion. He saw a sludge villain. Let's say they do they know that he's All Might? Yeah, they do. They do know that that Toshinori is All Might, and he still has his small might transformation. Now, when when Deku arrived, he saw his father in his small might form, and he saw a sludge villain with who captured Bakugou. Then he looked at his father and said, "Dad, you can transform, can't you?" And then All Might said, "No." All Might turned around and said, "Izuku." Then he said, "No, I can't." Out of my way, because Izuku is kind of like cold. Why? I don't know why. I don't know what reason should I make him cold. I just want to make him cold. Uh, let's say because he's cold because everybody treats him as the number one hero's son. That's it. They don't treat him as Izuku. It's the same treatment that Konohamaru received from in Naruto. Everybody calling him the third grandson, something like that. Yeah. Then Deku ran in, but heroes couldn't catch him. And from now on, I'm not gonna say he pulls out his Omnitrix and all that. I'm just gonna say he transforms. And like I said, he only has from Ben 10 Classic, New Force, and Ultimate Alien. I did watch some episode to no, I watched a video about all the transformation that Ben has. So I don't have the names, but I have most of their names, and I'm remembering. So Deku Deku transformed into, what should I say? Uh, he transforms into a tall man for the civilians and the heroes. He pulls out his Omnitrix, transforms into a man that doesn't have legs. He looks like a plant with he looks like a plant flower thing. And like I said, what should I call it? I forgot. The when Deku transforms, he like instantly, like, oh, sorry, my brain farted. I had a brain fart. Anyways, he automatically says the name that Ben gave the aliens. That's just something as misprogrammed into the Omnitrix. Now when he transforms, he says, not this is just it says swamp fire because I don't want to make a swamp fire impression. So when he did that, he like pulled some seeds out of his skin, threw him at the sludge villain. The sludge villain absorbed him, thinking that nothing would happen, and then roots started growing and like shot out of the sludge villain. And then the roots grabbed Bakugou, throwing, like, chucking him to the heroes. No, chucking him to Deku, which Deku caught him. And Bakugou said, Izuku, thank you. Because he's not that cocky because, like I said, let's say Deku and Bakugo are friends, just because. I just want to make them friends. Yeah. And then Deku put him down and said, watch and learn. I'm not, like I said, I'm never gonna do an alien impression. That's just gonna say. Then Deku created a fireball in his, like, charged up. What you got? He shot a fire. It's like a majestic, like a fireball jutsu, like something like that, which completely incinerated the villain, but didn't kill him. It still had like a short chunk of him left, but he was in so much pain that he was knocked out. And Deku grabbed a bottle and then what you call? Then put the sludge villain in the bottle, and then he transformed because the Omnitrix timed out, and everybody saw this. And let's say everybody knows that Izuku is the son of All Might. When he transformed, they didn't know that he was the son of All Might. But when he did transform, they saw his full face, as they recognized him as the son of the number one hero. And I'm just gonna say something about the Omnitrix. The Omnitrix doesn't look like this. It doesn't look like that. It looks like this, the same shape, the same form, but instead of the green, it has blue because my blue is my favorite color, and instead of the white, it has black. So it's blue and black. So when Deku transforms into aliens, the green part turns into blue, and the white, like the extra parts, like besides the green parts, like Swarmfire. Let's take Swarmfire for example. His green skin is not green; it's blue, and like the fire, the not the fire, the red and yellow, it's blue. Something. I'm just Swarmfire is just an example. Now, everybody everybody rushed at Deku because he's the number one hero's son. Uh, but before they can reach him, All Might buffed up for a second, jumped at Deku, grabbed him and jumped away. And let's say Fubuki is home, but Tatsumaki is still not. She's doing hero work. When they came in, All Might was pretty exhausted, so Deku was holding like picky bagging All Might on his back. When Deku opened the door, he saw Fubuki and Inko watching the news, just watching what Deku just done. And then they turned around to see Deku like carrying Toshinori, and then Deku puts Toshinori in his room and comes down and hugs Fubukin, like hugs Inko, like all that jazz. Like Inko prepares dinner. When dinner was put on the table, all my Toshinori came down the stairs, and Tatsumaki just came in from the door. And then she came in and said, "Whoa, bro, that was awesome." And then Izuku looked at her and said, "You watch the news?" And then she said, "Yeah, that was awesome." And let's say they have a three-story house, just because. And yeah, now because I want to get, because I already wasted 11 minutes. 11 minutes. Let's just say they ate dinner, they went to sleep. Now it's the 10 month training arc. Let's say Toshinori gave one for all to, who should I give? Uh, because I want Deku. No, Deku will already have a rival, but that will not have. He will have a rival until before the sports festival. Because, like I said, this will be a My Hero Academia Ben 10 crossover. So I think you already know who the rival is, and this Ben 10 will be the Ben 10 from Omniverse because he's my favorite. And the Omnitrix, his Omnitrix is my favorite. Yeah. Now, let's say he gave one for all to Bakugou because he's a chill guy, and Deku recommended Bakugou because they're friends. Yeah. Now let's skip how many months? Yeah, let's skip the full 10 months. It's time for the UA like entrance exam. Now All Might tried to give Deku the recommendation, but Deku declined it and said, "I wanna earn my way and not take the easy way." And not Deku, All Might respected that decision and said, "Go for it, my son." Now it's time for the UA entrance exam. Not the same thing. Like when they came in the stadium, the Urubich thing didn't happen because, as you know, I hate Uraraka. If you're wondering why I hate Uraraka, because I watched too many Framed, Betrayed, Cheated on, and what else? Abandoned series. Too many of them. Too many. Now, the Aura bitch thing didn't happen when they came into the stadium. Deku wasn't mumbling because he's confident in his ability, and they just they thought as Deku's object as a quirk, because the thing with like when Asmith, let's flashback when Asmith told explained Deku about the object and what it can do. He said to never to not tell anybody about this. And the flashback. Now, uh, interesting. The Ida thing didn't happen. Now they were all in different areas. Deku was on the back, in the back waiting because the Omnitrix is still random because it's still random, so he doesn't want to risk hurting anybody. Now Deku knows martial arts. Don't get me wrong, he knows martial arts. So if he was fighting someone that if he fights someone that relied on his quirk, he will easily beat them without transforming. Like no, I'm not gonna say an example because that example is gonna be in a later part. Now, the third years and second year were watching this exam. Like I said, Miracle is in the third is a third year student. Now, when the door opened, everybody ran, but when they looked back, they saw Deku leaning on the wall waiting, and they all recognized him as the son of All Might. But when they turned walking up to him, he said, "Ge- Get on my face," and they all know that he's cold. So, when they were a good distance away from him, Deku pulled out the Omnitrix, transforming into what should he transform into? Just because he transformed into like a yellow robot that has drills for hand. As you all know, this wait, I need his name. If I don't butcher this, his name is Armadillo, if I'm correct. Now Deku, the Armadillo is slow. So let's say Deku just turned his hands into drills, drilled the ground, drilling to the other side of the city, coming out of the ground, and starting because the back has the most robots, and he starts drilling the robots. But midway through, he is Omnitrix timing out. But now he has about 95 villain points. Now, Deku was running back to the front, but when he's running, he saw a big robot, a giant robot. As you all know, this is the zero pointer. Now, the zero pointer was about to step on Deku, but if you know, the Omnitrix has a save file. If I'm correct, it's called save file. Yeah, like if the user is about to die, it will transform into an alien that will save him. Now everybody was running away, and they saw the robot crush Deku, but big green flash appeared, and then they saw a white giant creature that had a red horn, and that's it. As you all know, this is way big. Because the safe file doesn't last. Deku just like did the beam that way big can do, burning the whole robot, and way big is bigger than a robot. Burn the whole robot. Like the robot is about this is if you put way big and the robot like to set them up, the robot is about tall as way big's neck. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, that could burn the whole robot. Now the exam was over. Like I said, the what's it called, the safe file that's the last of that Deku after destroying the robot detransformed. And all my Tatsumaki and Fubuki and Inko were all there, and that was the first time they saw way big. And Deku, that was the first time for Deku as well because he never thought he had an alien that was that big. Now Deku was walking out. He got congratulated by his family. Now we skip 2 weeks. He didn't get the disc because his father works at UA. So his Oma just told him that he passed with flying colors. Yeah. Sorry, I pause a lot because I have to think what to do. Because everything that I say is coming out of my head. Because I don't write scripts. Because that's too much work. And I want to like ask you guys something. Uh, can you please give me a name for the dojutsu that Naruto will have in what if Naruto befriended Kurama? Because I need a name, or I'll just like think of a stupid name that won't make any sense. Like the first name that I thought of was something called a Mahogan. The fuck is that? I don't know. Like, sorry for going off track. Let's continue. Like All Might told him, hey, pass. Let's skip another week. Deku got his uniform. And if you don't know what Deku looks like, check out the last video. Now Deku was walking to UA. He opened the door. No, he walked up. He was walking to UA. He was walking through the halls, and then he found a giant door that said 1A. He heard scream and he was like yelling. And he like grabbed the what you call the handle of the door, about to open it. And this will gonna end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love keeping people on the cliffhanger. I don't know why, but I love it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for 327 subscribers. If I'm correct. Don't forget to like, subscribe. See you. Peace.